organized, I think, 2 days ago in the evening, and wherein we had mentioned that I wanted to interact with students and parents so that we can get some idea about online and offline class, and also how better arrangements can be made for your pre-board exam. As all of us are aware that online is not the best practice. Am I audible, Amrita?
Yes, sir, you
Yes,
are
sir.
audible,
But
but a bit slow. Sound is low, I think.
sound is low.
Sir, no, sir, the voice is cracking a little bit. I think the school network is not, Wi-Fi is not working properly.
No, I will do it on my own.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, I'll speak little slow also. How is it now? Is it better
Good,
now?
sir. Good. Better, sir.
Better.
Better, sir.
Okay, right. So as I was mentioning that we could have avoided this meeting had we had better attendance in the previous one. And we wanted this to interact with students and parents of class 12 so that we can make some better arrangements, for your exam, for your pre-board exam, and also give some, opportunity for students to be in the exam kind of environment, board exam environment, which will be there whenever it happens, March, April, May. So the schedule, I'm sure, should be out anytime now, and various news papers and all that we are hearing. But I think unless we get a proper thing from CBSE, I think we should not. However, we must prepare ourselves well. And I think planning and preparation is very important. So second is, you see, the students, I also understand the anxiety of, some of you, and so probably you want to not attend class or go for tuition or relax or listen to parents and so on and so forth. And so therefore, we are having gaps in this teaching learning activity. And so that should be avoided. So like I was just discussing with the teachers, when there is a talk or interaction by principal is called for a meeting, so there is no option for students not to be present. I think that will be very stupid, because then, we have not learned anything then in all these years in school. So we cannot imagine that if a principal has called for a meeting and students are absent, unless of course there is emergencies and medical issues and things like that. So in all normal case, everybody should be present, and we do that interaction, and then we go ahead, whatever is most appropriate. So this is one. So my request to all the students who are here now today and who are absent earlier. So please don't do this, because school is not only about grades, marks, as we have already discussed all these things earlier. It's more about building attitude, making you a good human being, a good citizen, and so on. So please do take note of these things. And all of us elders here, teachers, all your mentors who are there are meant for you. They are all the time there for you, 24 hours, to help you out and how you can do well in life. Yes. So getting back to our main business, like I think we have already done a survey in which I think there were 20 plus or 30 around class 10th want to have some offline. As far as class 12th is concerned, there is much less numbers who want offline, and because of various things. Now also, it is some of the points which had come up by some of the students' parents who are largely for offline correction. They are for online exam because they are still anxious and concerned about following these protocols in school and so on. But some of you, 4, 5, 6 students who have been coming for these mock tests and other things would notice that we are following proper protocol, and so we should not be anxious. Plus another thing was, some of you heard that some teachers had contacted this, became COVID positive, and so this again, okay, fine. So it, they were COVID positive, so they have been quarantined, they have treated themselves, and then all is well. And teachers who have had that, so they stayed home and they were not in school. So like I said the other day, so they are not waiting here for you to, or corona is not waiting for you to contact or contract. So it is there and people are taking necessary measures, precautionary or remedial measures. So this again, anxiety unnecessary is not correct. And for young people should be, in fact, more uh, forward-looking kind. Then the other thing is, you see, we should not have any negative thing in our mind. A concern is fine, whether students or elders, your parents, fine. But let us not go by many of these unnecessary hearsay things that we are having. If we follow some of these protocols, mask, distance, and other things, 90%, things are better. And then about some people spoke about vaccine, etc. So a lot of progress is there, but we don't know when and how and whether it will reach us. So that is also we are not certain. These are all in the still speculation. And the other day somebody was talking that the efficacy of these medicines, these vaccine, if it is around 90%, 94%, and recovery rate is also around 94%. So how useful are these vaccines? So that is another aspect. But anyway, be that as it may, as far as we are concerned, teaching, learning, and your exams are concerned, I think we have, based on that last day's interaction and survey for class 10th and class 12th, we have decided to have both online and offline exam pre-board. So if more want to join for offline board exam, that will be fine. Because in this, you see, I've been, I learned and through teachers and through also parents and otherwise from even students, friends, that, we are not being at our best when we are doing this online, classes or tests. Like at the beginning, we had discussed, or in fact, I had shared that this lockdown and this pandemic is an opportunity for us to really reflect, introspect, and try and improve upon some of our things that we can. And especially among students. Matlab, I always hold students in high esteem as far as truthfulness, honesty, integrity is concerned. But when I learned that, students refer to books or take help of parents or cheat, use unfair means, so then that is not the best thing. After all, these tests are not really for marks or something. That is for you to test your own learning, knowledge, and self-control. The exams is unit test and other tests that you've been having. And if you are then taking help, so you are not able to make a correct assessment of yourself. And if that doesn't happen, teachers are also not very, ably able to assess. And when the other day we had a discussion meeting with the teachers, and I was wanting to know about some of the weak students and how the performance. So there were little doubts because these online has not provided the best assessment, methods. And so your responses also in exam, so that was also suspect. So that should not be there. After all, you as future leaders and the students, okay, sometimes once a while it is fine to do some mischief and things like that. But otherwise, we expect that to follow the rules, norms, and because that will help. After all these things are happening for your help, your betterment. So these having online tests is also, having that problem that it is not correct assessment. My request would be, again, even for all the, students who are taking these online tests, because, we can do this MCQ kind or online, those one which can be more objective assessment. But then you will not get the pre-board practice of that board exam kind of subjective tests and all. So this is another thing which I think all of us should keep in mind. And yeah, so as we have taken this decision of offline and online both, I don't know, Amrita, Vice Principal, you can look at, maybe have a re-poll or do a re-survey of class 12th, and should some of them have change of heart, they are most welcome to take offline exam. And of course, we will ensure that, the proper protocol and all the precautions are taken care of. And after all, you see, the parents are apprehensive of students themselves. कि सर बच्चे लोग आएंगे इकट्ठे होंगे 10-15 बच्चे तो they will not follow norms. So I think we are mature enough and we will come say hello from a distance. So there is no harm. You don't need to hug each other or shake hands or say hello. So that can be done at a distance. So you come at the gate, move to classroom, escorted by teachers, maintaining distance, sit 12 in a classroom with this one and do a little chit chat and then take your exam, exchange notes, whatever, talk and then move back in a orderly way. And in fact, I'll go a step further that when people class 12 should be able to help parents at home and even administration at school. So that is what we expect mature children, of your age and whatever class. So this is the other thing that I wish to share. So that is all I think from my side as of now, which I wanted. But I do expect a better in terms of behavioral norms, online, offline, and a better self-discipline, so that will help us and will help you to grow into a very, very good and a great human being, which all of us are aspiring to be. Yes, do we have anything else, Amrita?
Yes, sir. As as per parents' concern, I respect their concern for their students, their children, but I also feel this students should, all the students should think about their future. And however, vaccine is coming, even then they have to take their own care. And I don't think they all are sitting at home. They are going out for some necessary things. So they are not sitting at home, taking all the precautions. They go out. So I think they should think about offline exam, because that is good for them for the coming board exam. Board exam, as it is very clear that it will be taken offline, there will be no online exam. So it will be better for their board exams to have a good practice offline. So I still request all of them to think about it and prefer offline. You have to take your own precautions. No one is going to force you, like, or no one is going to give any pressure on you. You have to think yourself. You have to think of your own future. And I think you should think about taking more practices offline than online, because I know, and you also know, honestly, if you think, you introspect, then you also know that online exams are not going very honestly. You yourself is not taking it very seriously. And for you, the offline environment is very necessary for board exam. So I think not only single exam, not in one exam, no one is going to get full practice. You need to take one or two or three exams for the practice. So I still request you all to think, give a think once again, and then decide what to do. So that's all from my side, sir.
Yeah, okay, Amrita. Yeah, thank you. Because we had some parents, of course, they said, sir, this time of online kar lijiye, next time we will do offline and kind of. So anyway, let students, I think, and parents chat up and decide and take a call. Right. Manisha, do you have anything to say?
Uh, yeah, good morning, students. One just one message to you all, that please remember that whenever there is a meeting scheduled, or whenever something is being done, don't just decide to absent yourself. If you have a problem, like for example, as sir said in the beginning, that this would be a meeting which would not be necessary. So if the parents are unavailable, you could join and tell that my parent is not available. Even today, for some of you, It is like the teachers are running after you, calling you to the meeting. So that is sad, because now in 12th, if you are not responsible enough and you understand that yes, if a meeting is called, it is somewhere I will gain from it. We expect more mature behavior, more responsible behavior, because now onwards, whatever is being done, it would be done keeping your board exams in vision. So whenever there is a meeting schedule, please join in on time. And for this exam, in case your parents decide on Monday night also that yes, tomorrow you are allowed to go, then don't think that acha consent nahi diya hai, so we cannot come to school. It is your own school. Wear proper winter uniform. Buses are running. Come and give your exams offline if possible, and otherwise online we are conducting for your as per your parents request also. So whatever way, but don't just this excuse should not come that the consent, we I could not communicate it to my class teacher on time and hence I am not I did not come. You may come in case your parents suddenly decide, but just whenever you are coming to school, just remember that you need to carry a consent letter from your parent, just stating that yes, I agree to my child going to the school to give the offline pre-board examination. That is all required. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Manisha. So that's it. And like it has been brought out. So please let us have better thing. And even career counseling for that matter, for those 5, 6 days, the team made lot of efforts. All Mr. Manoj and Party, Advita and others. But again, our strength was hardly, I think, first day, and then later on it was in 60, 70. And even if you have decided your stream, but still, so what? I think you will gain. There are many things, interesting things, which are brought up by these people, by these speakers. So it is not if I've decided to do something now, I want to switch off from everything else. Sally, okay, then take care and all the best. Thank you very much. Bye. God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank,
Thank you,
thank
everyone.
you,
Bye
ma'am.
bye.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, all students. And bye.